As Christians around Ohio were celebrating Easter Sunday in 1913, a historic storm was brewing. Weather patterns created a perfect storm over much of the Midwest. First came the high winds, clocked in as high as 90 miles an hour in Toledo, and then the rain. Over the next 4 days, most of Ohio got 8 inches of rain, with some places as much as 11 inches. The waters rose quickly, especially striking Middletown and Hamilton, Ohio, as the Great Miami River overflowed its banks. 3 days after Easter, all 4 of Hamilton's bridges had washed away. Some 300 buildings were destroyed by the floodwaters, and another 2,000 had to be razed because of the damage that had been done. Casualties numbered into the 200s, but many suspect the death toll was much higher. The floodwaters left many people stranded on the second or third floors of their homes, waiting to be rescued. Relief efforts started immediately as state and federal governments sent funds to begin the cleanup. But it was the local communities that stepped up in the immediate aftermath of the disaster to care for the people who were affected. PCW was among those early efforts. A 24-hour assembly line was set up in the chapel to prepare and package complete dinners, which were picked up by trucks and transferred to boats in Hamilton to be delivered to families still trapped by the flood waters. This swift action showed how quickly a church can rally together to serve the needs of their neighbors. Again, in 1957, PCW was called to support their neighbors amidst the whelming flood, this time in eastern Kentucky. The headwaters of the Big Sandy, Kentucky, and Cumberland rivers were especially hit hard, overwhelming the local communities with floodwaters. The Wyoming Presbyterian women, who had started a connection to a Presbyterian mission church in Morris Fork, sprung into action when they got the news. Within 24 hours, men and women flocked to the church to help pack cartons and load the truck full of supplies and relief to Morris Fork. One person who was present that day expressed the spirit of the time. Well, after all, this is what the church is all about. On today, Be the Church Sunday. May we too go about our work serving our neighbors, rooted in the love and grace of God.